Compare this, what I'm going to read you, to what we just read about the G8 Religious Summit. Share International Magazine, July, August 2010. This article is entitled The Search for Peace by Maitreya, a.k.a. who I call Devil Betrayer. Through Benjamin Creme, meaning Benjamin Creme trans-channeled demonically Maitreya, and he wrote this. Okay, he wrote it on June 13th, 2010. Now remember the last statement. The motivator for the coming one world religion, world peace, care for the earth, alleviating poverty. Who doesn't want peace, a healthy environment, and the poor raised above poverty? Okay, what's Maitreya saying? Without a doubt, now this is Maitreya. Without a doubt, the most important achievement by humanity would be the ending of war. This achieved men's energies would be released to tackle the many other pressing problems which beset them today. The millions who starve needlessly in the world of plenty, the precarious ecological imbalance of the planet, the ever-widening gap between the developed rich and the developing poor nations, the growing incidence and fear of terrorism, even more sophisticated, the hardship and fear engendered by the economic collapse around the world. From our viewpoint, these problems are real and pressing and stem from one single condition: the separatism which sits like a heavy yoke on the shoulders of humanity and prevents all action in unity. The separatism. Isn't that what this G8 World Religious Summit was just about? Uniting humanity under one world religion? Well, that's what Maitreya is saying too. He would agree totally. The separatism which sits like a heavy yoke on the shoulders of humanity and prevents all action in unison. Why? Because we're all in these divided factions. Whether it be Christianity, Hinduism, Shintoism, whatever. We're divided. We need to come together as one. That's what they're saying. Ideology, rather than reason, still guides the minds and actions of governments whose decisions affect the lives of all. Today, the problem is increased by the reopening of the religious divide between Christianity and Islam. In a growing secular world, the fundamentalist adherents of both religions are more and more bellicose. And that's a word we all need to use a little bit more of, bellicose. I like that. Anyway, raising the temperature of confrontation to an ever more dangerous height. Now, how in God's green earth could he accuse the Christians of, he's basically putting the Christians on the same level as the Islamic people. Like, we're attacking them or something. And, all that stuff in the Sudan and where Islam's going there and butchering all these people. And Islam's doing this and Islam's doing that. How could you possibly lump Christianity, even pseudo-Christianity, in with that? But because Maitreya hates Christianity so much, because he's of his father the devil, and of his works he will do, of the lusts he will do, he is always going to try to bring Christianity into these conversations to get us to question it, to degrade it, to just do anything he can to malign it. So he goes on to say, in particular, Islamic terrorism in complete contradiction to the teaching of the Prophet. No, it's not. He's a liar. Once again, Devil Betrayer lies right through Benjamin Creme's teeth, because he's channeling him. Complete contradiction to the teaching of the Prophet Muhammad? No, it's not. Didn't Muhammad write the Quran? Well, what's the Quran say? The Quran says to slay the infidel. I saw they got, I went up on this website the other day, and it had this lady holding a gun, and she had a shirt on that said infidel. And then it had some Islamic phrase under it, like, come and get me, Mr. Islam guy, because I am an infidel. But anyway, why does it say that? Why was she holding a gun? Because the Quran says that you are to slay the infidel. You are to kill, who is an infidel? A non-believer in Islam. Well, that's what the Quran says to kill. You got to kill him. Well, how dare he say this Islamic terrorism is in complete contradiction to the teaching of the Prophet Muhammad? What a liar. The Bible says that Muslims are supposed to make jihad against the unbelievers, to the Jew first and then to the unbelievers of the Gentiles. What is jihad? Holy war. Kill them. Lie to them. Do whatever you have to do in order to advance Islam. So, he says, in complete contradiction to the teaching of the prophet, has brought a new dimension to the struggle for the peaceful world. How can this process be reversed? There is but one way to grapple with these problems, one which has never been tried, but at a stroke would ease the lot of countless of millions and bring a long last, true and lasting peace to a world in agony. So how are we all going to break out of all this agony that everybody's in worldwide? What is the only solution to what all our problems stem from, according to devil betrayer? Men must realize that they are not separate. Never were, never shall be. That they are part of a divine and seamless whole which enfolds us all, to which, in our own way, we give the name of God. So, in our own way, whatever we worship God as, that's okay for Him. Isn't that what they just said at that G8 Religious Summit? That there are many paths and that there's many names of God and there's... he's saying the same thing. Kind of funny. Anyway,